Hello children, welcome to NEET World. This is Narayani, I am your foundation biology educator. In previous class we discussed about the food preservation and its methods and all that. So in this session we are going to discuss about the top level 1 MCQs, multiple choice questions based on the what we discussed till now, right? So before I am starting this session children, I would like to tell you the very important news. So we are starting the foundation summer camp course. So it is going to be start after every 15 days. In the 15 days we are going to cover the first 10 days we are going to cover the core concepts which are related to the examinations of NEET and JEE examinations. In that the basic level of understanding, how to understand the topic, and for the basics should be, you have to be very clear about that. Then it will be the most top, when you are going to the class 11th and 12th, it will be easy for you. So this is especially for the students who are upcoming students of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th children. So in the first 10 days with expert faculty we are going to cover the at most detailed basics, and coming next 2 days we are focusing on the activity based learning, and after 12 days we are conducting the quiz. Thereby you can check your efficiency, how much you are increased you from your basics, how much you improved, and you can check your efficiency also. And we are in that we are keeping the cash rewards, prizes and all that. So after 13 days we are going to conduct the cumulative assessments of all subjects that we are covering. So we are mainly focusing on the subjects of physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. Based on these subjects we are going to cover the whole at most basics from the to understand the examinations of from the basic understanding you get an clear idea about that. And the last day, which is very important day, and we are going to provide the career guidance program to achieve your goals. Some of them may not know about which path you have to choose to achieve dreams. You don't know the path, but you have the very big dream. So so one-on-one interaction, doubt clearing sessions also will be there, and career guidance with expert faculty we are providing. So it is a very important for you children. So the 15 days are very important. And we are going to the wonderful basic sessions here, and the mode of learning is through digital panel. We are creating a wonderful videos to get the concept understand for you. We are creating a wonderful animations and all that to get you better understanding. And also children, we are providing you the summer camp course after every 15 days. It is very useful for you this summer camp, and if you want to it is both offline also and online also. Those who want to join through offline, you can happily come to your institute name called NEET World, present in Hyderabad near Narayani. So if you are not available in the area of Hyderabad, you can also join through online. For the online people, you can down scrolling the number is there, children, contact with that number, then we will give you the access in our app name called MedWorld. Okay children. So and one of the most important thing children, the first 1 week classes are absolutely free. There is no 1 rupee also, you cannot pay for that. So it is a very best opportunity to learn the basics children. So here we are starting the summer camp. So the first 2 batches are already started. So then the batches are also ongoing. So let's hurry up to join the next after 15 days course. And if you want to join now also, you can happily contact with that number, get to know the details about everything of the foundation summer camp. So this is about our foundation summer camp children. So 1 minute. Okay. So in yesterday's session we are discussed about the food preservation and its methods, and almost the chapter is going to end, its came end, right? So here we are discussing the microorganisms friend and foe, level 1, topmost level 1 MCQs. So see here, it is the first question children. So 1 minute. Okay. So here is the first question. What they asked children? So penicillium is obtained from me. Is a penicillium is obtained? What is penicillium? Penicillium is a antibiotic, right? What is meant by antibiotic? Antibiotic is nothing but penicillin is an antibiotic, right? Antibiotic. which acts on the particular bacterial, particular microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. So antibiotics are mostly used for the bacterial infections. To prevent that bacterial infections, bacterial diseases, we are going to treat about the antibiotics. The antibiotics are clearly given by the prescription of doctor only, because we are not used for the day-to-day life flus, common cold. We should not use for these antibiotics for that purpose. It is used to cure the prevent bacterial disease in our body. So penicillin is an antibiotic which it is usually given by the doctor prescription only. Because why? Because if the bacterial infection or any microbial infections we are suffered from, then when we are going to taking the course of antibiotics, we should not leave in middle. So we have to complete the course. If it is if the after 2 days, if you given the further 10 tablets, they given to take morning and evening, morning and night. If you are using 2 days, so you get to know the difference between the when you are ill and after taking the antibiotics. If you are thinking that it is okay and now I am fine, I should not, we will not have the tablets again. So if you not taking the tablets, then what will happen? Bacteria having the outer covering layer, right, cell wall. So when you are affected for the bacterial disease or microbial diseases, when the antibiotics goes on acting on the cell wall of the bacteria, then when it is continually attacking this cell wall, the bacteria get it will be in the stage of curing. So if you stopped after 2 days, but doctor prescribed to take the tablets for 10 days, then if you are not taking, again the cell wall built against the antibiotic. So that is why if you again it will come back to the disease will the bacterial microbial disease again infect you. So this time the more powerful antibiotic should have to take. That is why the course should be completed when comes to using the antibiotics. So the course should be completed when as per the prescription of the doctor. So here it is a penicillium they given. So penicillium is obtained from. So penicillium is a algae or protozoa, virus and fungus they are asking. So here the answer. So it is fungus. So penicillium is a fungi, right? It is used for the preparation of the antibiotic penicillium. So this is what about the first question. So here the answer is the fungus is the answer. So next, bacterium is responsible for the curdling of the milk. So which bacteria is going to convert the milk into curd? Which bacteria is involved in the responsible for the milk to conversion of curd? It is lactobacillus bacteria. So the lactobacillus bacteria which is used to convert the responsible for the curdling of milk, which turns into curd. Not only curd, children, the cheese, yogurt, the products also is the main bacteria is converting it is lactobacillus bacteria only. That is why we call it as microorganisms are friendly for the for friendly also and foe also. Foe means it is dangerous to us, it gets harm to us. If it is a friendly, they are helping us to group good bacteria. By taking the curd, the vitamin B12 will be increases, right children? What is the function of the vitamin B12? It nourishes the gut. It nourishes the gut. So when you are some people are more affecting for the ulcers, right? And the mouth ulcers also they affected. They used to take the curd. So thereby it nourishes the gut. So and vitamin B12 essential for many functions, right? So for the hair growth and all that, vitamin B12 is very important. So and for the gut they have the calcium also. thereby it leads to the bone strength. That is why we have to take a part in day to day life the curd in our food items, in our lunch times, we have to keep we have to take a daily part of the curd in our lives. So here is the answer is lactobacillus, and the first one answer is fungus. So coming to the next question. So here they ask the Aedes and Anopheles are. There are what is the Aedes and Anopheles? So these are the mosquitoes, children. These are the mosquitoes. These are mosquitoes. So 1 minute, children. So these are mosquitoes. These are mosquitoes. So these are mosquitoes which which carries the protozoans like plasmodium, which causes the malaria. They act as vehicle to transmit the disease to humans. Right. So the mosquito is not causing the malaria. That carrying plasmodium in inside its body is transferring to the human beings. So Aedes and Anopheles are mosquitoes. They are the vectors. Nothing but they are carrying, no children, that they are carrying. These mosquitoes are carrying the plasmodium, protozoa in it and causing the malarial disease in human beings. Right. This Aedes cause the dengue fever and Anopheles cause the plasmodium, which leads to the growth which leads to the causes of malaria in human beings. Malaria in human beings. So the answer is Aedes and Anopheles are act as vectors for the protozoans to infect the human beings. To infect the human beings. To infect the human beings. So here see, they serve as an intermediate host for the virus which cause dengue fever also. So here the Anopheles serves as the intermediate for the malarial parasite. So they lays eggs on the stagnant water. That is why when you are in your house surroundings also, if there is any stagnant water, let the out of the water from there, because they have those places where there is stagnant water, unclear water, dirt water, the mosquitoes lays eggs more on it. If the so much drainage is there in your houses, mean just make pour the petroleum in it, thereby petrol or kerosene. So they are not allow the lays to eggs of the mosquitoes. So they lay here the Anopheles mosquito which cause the malaria parasite, malarial disease in humans. So they lays eggs on dirt water, murky water, and here the Aedes which responsible for the causation of dengue fever. So here they lays eggs on the clear and stagnant water. So these are the vectors for to transmit the protozoans like plasmodium to cause malaria in humans. Malaria in humans. So the answer is B. So coming to the next question. Amoeba is a virus or algae or protozoa or bacterium. So when you are studying the protozoa, we are studied about the very clearly amoeba is an protozoa. Amoeba is an protozoa. So protozoans are more likely to they have the more characteristic features. They have more characteristic features towards the animals, right? That is why protozoans also called as the first animals. So there is many similarities between the animals and protozoa. So that is why they have the examples what we studied the Calamidromnus, Euglena, Amoeba, Paramecium. Right? Euglena shows the mixed trophic nutrition. It exhibits the autotrophic also, it exhibits the heterotrophic also. That is why Euglena is shows a mixed trophic nutrition. Here they are asking amoeba is a virus or algae, protozoa or bacterium. Of course the answer is protozoan. The answer is protozoan. So for this question the answer is C. So here the answer is B. So coming to the next question. So they are asking cocci are dash shaped bacteria. So when we are studying about the bacteria is of various shapes. It will be maybe spherical or rod shaped or spiral shaped or else the comma shape. What is meant by comma shape? Example, Vibrio. It is a Vibrio. Comma shape example is Vibrio. Vibrio. So the cocci is round or spherical, bacilli is rod shaped and spirilla is spiral shaped and Vibrio is the comma shaped. So cocci are it is a rod, round, spiral or comma they are asking. So the answer is for this is round is the answer for the cocci. Cocci is the bacteria, bacteria having the various shapes. In that the three shapes are round, rod shaped, spiral and comma shaped. So here the cocci is a round shaped. So the answer is B. So mushrooms are. So mushrooms are come under the group of bacteria or fungi, protozoa and algae. So they are coming under the group of fungi. The most fungi are of multicellular only. Few are unicellular. The best example of the unicellular fungi is yeast. The best example of unicellular fungi is yeast. So yeast is the unicellular fungi, mostly the common example we will take it. So again rest of the fungi is most is of multicellular fungi only. They are microscopic also. The microscopic microscopic example is Rhizopus. Rhizopus. So it is seen the growing of the bread. So in bakery items it mostly grow on the bakery items and also the another example is mushrooms. They have the capillary structures either the umbrella shaped or bag shaped. So in this umbrella shape they have the slit like structures, they have the presence of pores. When they are dropped down under the suitable condition they again given rise to the new mushrooms. The favorable season of the fungi is to grow where rainy season. Season is rainy season. So is there any edible mushrooms? What are the benefits of the mushrooms? Mushrooms have the selenium, right? So they have the more nutritious properties more in mushrooms. So they are excellent source of good amounts of selenium which is good for the bladder. For the bladder selenium is very good and they have cancer fighting properties. They prevent the free radicals which are caused for the cancer, which are responsible for the causing of cancer. And good source of vitamin B. The more amount of vitamin B is available in the mushrooms. They have anti-inflammatory properties and they strengthen the immune system and they have the lots of iron in it. So that is why the mushrooms are more edible source having the more vitamins in it, right? So here the mushrooms are come under the group of algae, fungi, bacteria. None of these are asking. Of course mushrooms are the multicellular fungi. Mushrooms are the multicellular fungi. Mushrooms are the multicellular fungi. So come under the group of fungus. So fungi. So here is the answer is C. So cocci is round shaped and here is the answer of mushrooms are fungi. So coming to the next question children. So here we see the next question. Look into this question children. 1 minute. Okay, we discussed this now. Okay. Which of the following is the smallest microorganism they are asking? Which is the smallest microorganism? So although these are all microorganisms that we are considering, the sizes are various difference in sizes, right? The most algae we cannot come under the, we can see the naked eye, right? So bacterium we cannot see the naked eye, protozoan also we cannot see the naked eye. So virus we can see it we cannot see the naked eye. So they are asking which is the smallest microorganism they are asking. What is the smallest microorganism? Some algae we can see with the naked eye, right? So among this the first elimination of the options will be there. So here we are removing the algae from the options. So remaining what are they? Bacterium, protozoan, viruses. So how is the protozoans are more in size, or the bacteria are more in size, or virus are the more in size? So here when the virus are described, we are discussed about the virus, the famous scientist, those which name we call it them as Dmitry Ivansky, right? So when he was Ivansky, what he did children? So with the bacterial proof to the tobacco plants, they make the bacterial proof to the tobacco plants. Then by what happened children? So the bacteria will not enter into with that when the filter is there. So when it is infected, he observed one thing. So another small organisms which are attacking those plants. So after the Ivansky, the Bejanki, the scientist who was continuous his studies and named as viruses. He is considered as the virus's smallest organisms, which smaller than the bacteria, protozoa and other microorganisms. Virus is the smallest, but they not consider it as a living and non-living. Now also there are many debates are going on further. They are the living, someone saying, so they are someone saying they are non-living. Because why they are saying they are non-living? Because they don't have any cellular structures in it. So in virus, they don't have any cellular structures like cell organelles, cytoplasm. There is no such organelles in it. But they don't have, but they have the genetic material which carries the information. Though it is activating when it is find the host. When it is getting the find the host, then it is performing the living characteristics. When it is not finding the host, it is not showing any living characteristics. That is why virus is in between the borderline between living and non-living, living and non-living. So the answer is for this question is virus is the answer. Coming to the bacteria dash organisms they are asking. So bacteria are the answer is virus. So they are asking in 8th question, bacteria dash organisms they are asking. Is there a single cell, multicellular, non-cellular, none of this. So non-cellular, the example is virus. As we now studied, virus is the non-cellular microorganism. So eliminate the C option here. Coming to the multicellular, is the bacteria can be seen with a naked eye? No. Some macroscopic bacteria can be seen with a naked eye. The example of the macroscopic bacteria is Theomargatia. When you are studying about the bacteria, we discussed about that, right? So here the bacteria are single celled, microscopic, which cannot be seen with a naked eye, right? They are present in everywhere. They are omnipresent. Like we cannot say the place that bacteria doesn't exist. So that is why we are calling the bacteria as omnipresent. They are they are grow in extreme conditions of hot springs also and polar regions also, cold regions also, in whatever the bacteria is surviving, because of its outer covering layer called cell wall. Because of that bacteria is surviving. So the answer is, as the bacteria is the smallest organism that is affecting the multicellular organisms like plants, animals and all that. How they are attacking? Because of the microorganisms, mostly they are having the cell wall in it, the outer covering layer. Because of the outer covering layer, they are they are attacking the multicellular organisms, right? So this is how the bacteria is attacking the multicellular organisms. So the answer is single celled bacteria, single celled organisms. So is bacteria having the cell wall? Of course it is having the cell wall. So is fungi having the cell walls? Of course it is also having the cell wall. Is algae having the cell wall? Of course it is also having the cell wall. Is the protozoa having the cell wall? No. Protozoans does not having the cell wall. So that is why we are considering protozoa as protozoans having the characteristic features of animals. So in animals also there is no cell wall. There is no cell wall. There is no cell wall in the protozoans and animals. So we are having the cell membrane, but bacteria, fungi and algae, they are having the cell wall. Plants are also having cell wall. Plants are also having cell wall. But protozoans, animals doesn't have cell wall. So the answer is single celled according to the question. So coming to the next question, children. Here is the next question. Algae are autotrophs because they are autotrophic. What is meant by autotroph? We consider autotrophs are they can prepare their own food materials. They can prepare their own food materials. They can prepare their own food materials because they are having the chlorophyll in it. Food materials because they are having the chlorophyll in it. So with the help of the sunlight, they are preparing their own, their own food materials. They are asking autotrophs are, the algae are considered as autotrophs because they are carrying out the aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration. What is meant anaerobic respiration, children? The reactions which are the chemical reactions which occurs under the absence of oxygen. We consider as anaerobic reactions. In the presence of oxygen, the reactions occurs mean we call them as aerobic reactions or aerobic reactions. So here they carry out anaerobic respiration is saying. What is meant respiration? Nothing but breathing, exchange of gases, right? So anaerobic means they carry out anaerobic respiration. They are saying that the first statement is about they are carrying out absence of oxygen, the absence of it carries the carbon dioxide as a respiration. So anaerobic respiration they are saying. So absence of oxygen they are saying. So this is not the correct suitable statement. So they can manufacture their own food. Of course they can manufacture their own food. So let's see another two statements also, options also. They are saying feed on dead organisms. They are feed on dead organisms? No, as they are having the chlorophyll, they can prepare their own food materials. So the third statement is absolutely wrong. Feed on other living organisms? Of course not. They are not parasites or pathogens, right? So the answer is B. According to the question, the answer is B. B is the correct answer. Here see the algae is more growing in the moist areas. Here the stones they are growing of the algae. Here is the marine water which we are seeing the algae. So that is why algae is also considered as a grass of water. So this is about the 9th question. Let's see 10th question, children. Orange molds grow on. The mold is come under the group of fungi, right? So the fungi is also considered as a bakery. They are also called as bakery nuisance. They create the nuisance in bakery because the moist, the bread can absorb more moist from the atmosphere. So in the moist places, the fungi is more usually grows. So here the orange mold which grows on breads, cakes. So here they are asking the orange mold which grows on butter, they are asking bread, they are asking chapatis, oranges. Of course when they are if you keep the chapatis in the whole night over it. So what will happen, children? The moist content is absorbed by the chapatis and there will be grown the molds, right? It is a fungi, molds. So butter is also like that, everything is like that, but most efficient for that orange mold is bread. So in bakeries the more amount of breads, cakes will be there, the more it makes nuisance. Orange mold is also like it exhibits some pinkish color also. So here the answer is the bread. Here the answer is the bread. So next, coming to the next question, children. Coming to the next question. Okay, 1 minute, children. So here is the next question. Microorganisms which cause disease are called. So the microorganisms which cause disease and affecting the other organisms, we call them as pathogens. So pathogens are infect the healthy persons, human beings, plants and all that. So they are also called as microorganisms which cause diseases are called pathogens. They are affecting the other organisms. They are affecting the organisms. Pathogens are foreign. What is meant by pathogens are foreign? Which means the statement is saying that they come from the outside. So the infectious microbes that cause sickness and disease. What is the causing microorganisms are? Bacteria is causing. Bacteria can acts as a pathogen. Fungi is also acts as pathogen. So protozoa is also acts as pathogen. Malaria and dengue is caused by the protozoa only. Some of the fungal diseases occur in plants and animals also. Some of the bacterial diseases occur in plants, animals also, right, and also viruses. So here the COVID-19 is the best we see, how much it is affected. So they are the pathogens. They take over the machinery of the other organisms. They affect the host only. The virus which take over the machinery of the other organism and takes its machinery into it will reconnect to itself and produce its army, and then the lysis will be happen. So here is the microorganisms which cause disease are called pathogens. They are not antigens, antibodies and vectors. They are not vehicles. So what are the vectors? The example we studied, vectors are here carrying the other organisms. Here the mosquitoes are the acts as vectors. They are carrying the plasmodium in it and affecting the humans by biting them, right. So this is how the vectors are antibodies which fights against the foreign diseases or microorganisms. So antigens. So this is the for this question the correct answer is pathogens. Let's move into the next question, children. So here is the next question they are asking. So they are asking which of the following act as a host for the virus which cause dengue fever. They are asking the which causes the which means which acts host for the which of the following acts as host for the virus which cause dengue fever. Host for the dengue fever which affects in the humans, mosquitoes, houseflies or rats. Is the for this question the carriers are the mosquitoes but they are not the host. They are not the host. The host is humans, right? The dengue fever is caused to the humans. The carriers are mosquitoes. The carriers are mosquitoes. Which mosquito is the carrier? Aedes mosquito is a carrier. Aedes mosquito is a carrier. So here the dengue fever is caused by the Aedes mosquito, which is the pregnant females. They they bite it mostly in the daytime. So we have to be very preventive measures should be taken towards the mosquitoes. We are by using the repellents, by using the nets of the mosquitoes. Thereby we can prevent from these malaria and dengue fever. So the host, they are asking about the which of the following acts as a host for the virus which causes dengue fever. The host is humans. They are not causing the rats, houseplace and all that. They are mostly causing the taking as host as human beings. The answer is about D is here. So the Aedes mosquito which is responsible for the dengue fever. So the malaria, for the malaria which mosquito is responsible, children? The Anopheles mosquito is the responsible for the malarial disease. The mosquitoes are the carriers. That is why we call them as vectors. Vectors are nothing but the carriers. Vectors are nothing but carriers. So here is the next question. So 1 minute, children. Okay. Here is the next question. Ringworm can be prevented by. How the ringworm can be prevented? Is this a fungal disease or bacterial disease? Of course, ringworm is a fungal disease. Ringworm is caused by the fungal. Ringworm is caused by the fungi. So here they given. So ringworm can be prevented, but how can we prevent the ringworm? What is ringworm? Ringworm is a skin infection caused by the fungus. So it can be transmitted by using the towels, kerchiefs of the affected person. If a person is affected, they are not habituated with the what we call sanitization. So healthy environment is not there. So here the fungi usually grow. So the fungal infection caused to them those who are not properly using the they are not properly following the sanitization methods. So here ringworm is skin infections caused by the fungus, and because it causes the circular rash, this rash will be circular and it can affect it to the one place to other place of our body. So how should we to prevent this, how should we preventive measures we should take? So we can get ringworm from a person or animal for any other reasons. So they are having the symptoms of it is itchy skin, the ringworm appears like that, so the red scaly and hair loss will be seen. And how to prevent it? We can prevent by clean and skin clean dry, and we have to take bath 2 times of the day, and we should not walk with a barefoot because the microorganisms more present in the floors and all that. So in the moist places, when we are walking with the barefoot, they can transmit to us. Don't share any items, towels, sports sports things with the affected person, and also wash your hands by when you are touching the pets also we have to wash twice, though thereby we can prevent the ringworm. So here they are asking ringworm can be prevented by vaccination, vector control, improving personal hygiene conditions. Of course, by improving the personal hygiene conditions, like by using our own materials like towel, comb, we should not wear other clothes when it is not washed especially. So by by maintaining the hygiene conditions, sanitizing process by washing the hands with every 2 times a day and cleaning our body with by taking bath of 2 times or twice a day. So these are helps in the these are the methods can prevented by the ringworm. If it is the effect is more, we should have to consult the doctor, and they give the creams to to reduce the infection. So we have to be, when they are affected person, we have to be very we have to take care ourselves, thereby we can prevent the ringworm. So here they are asking the tuberculosis is spread by. So how the tuberculosis spread? So by the tuberculosis is the it is a disease caused by the mycobacterium. So it can be affected one person to the another person by cough and sneeze. Whether you when they are coughed, when the affected person can cough or sneeze, the droplets can reach to the healthy person, thereby transmit the tuberculosis. So the causative agent of the tuberculosis is bacteria, and the bacteria name is mycobacterium. So this is how the tuberculosis will be transmitted. They are asking how the tuberculosis spreads by the mosquitoes. No, mosquitoes are not, they are the vectors for the bacterial and dengue fever. So houseflies also not. So they are by using the contaminated water, and they are saying for the contaminated water they mostly get the typhoid children, mostly get the typhoid. So here is the next question. So here is the last option, droplets of sneeze and cough. When they sneezing, when they cough, the droplets can affect the healthy person too. Here is the option D is the correct for the tuberculosis. So this is how the for the healthy person, for the affected person to the healthy person, it will be spread. When the affected person, we have to wear mask, we have to be little away from that person. So here is the 14th question, children. Next, coming to the last question here. So here is, we are discussing the last questions of the today's session. So which of the following bacteria can live symbiotically? So here we discussed from the chapter of the crop production and management. So some bacteria are farmers' friends because they are make the soil fertility and increasing the fertility by naturally, right? So here they are asking which of the following bacteria can live symbiotically. Which bacteria can live symbiotically? So this is the rhizobium bacteria. Can they are showing the mutualism, which means both organisms which are involved in the symbiotic process, which means mutualism, they both are benefited. They are not one bit where one will be benefited, another one will be affected, not like that. They are both organisms are benefiting itself by the bacteria is helping to fixing the nitrogen, and the bacteria getting nutrients from the plant. So here they are showing the mutualism, symbiotic association. Here the nitrogen fixing bacteria in the legume plants. What are leguminous plants? The examples of the leguminous plants are pea plant, groundnut, beans. These are the examples of the leguminous plants. The plants of these leguminous plants having the rod, round bob like structures or ball like structures, in that the rhizobim bacteria fix the nitrogen for the plant requirement, and if the excessive nitrogen it releases into the water, thereby the soil also enriching with the primary nutrient of nitrogen. That the primary nutrient is required more for the staple food like paddy and wheat, right. This is how this symbiotic association will be useful. So what is the main role of nitrogen in the fixation of the both in the soil also, plants also, because they are involved in the making of nucleic acids like DNA and RNA and proteins, and also amino acids. Amino acids are nothing but proteins, right. So they are made up of amino acids only, the nucleic acids and all will be prepared. So the nitrogen is very requirement for the humans also, plants also, animals also. Here we are getting nitrogen from the plants. So we are rely on the plants for the food. So why we cannot directly take from the atmosphere? Although 78% of nitrogen present in the atmosphere, we cannot directly take from the atmosphere. Why we can't take from the atmosphere directly? Because we don't have that mechanism to convert the useful forms. The useful form of the nitrates taken from the plants is nitrates. Nitrates. These are the useful form. Nitrates. These are the useful form plant can take the nitrogen, right. So this is how for the useful form they making by the bacteria. Bacteria have that mechanism to fix the nitrogen. So here it is converting the nitrates. Thereby plants are using, the humans are using, or animals are using. By the plant eaters, by getting the plant eaters, we also rely on the plants for the food especially. So this is how we are getting the nitrogen. So the another last question, cholera is caused by. So here the cholera is caused by which is the Streptococcus or bacteria or Clostridium or Pasteurella or Vibrio. Here is the cholera is caused by the comma shaped bacteria called Vibrio. Here the cholera is caused by the comma shaped bacteria. Here the more symptoms are diarrhea, vomiting, fatigue, and the muscle cramps, weakness, extreme thirst will be dizziness, and fast heart rate will be. These are the symptoms of the cholera. It is caused by the bacteria name called comma shaped bacteria Vibrio. So we have to prevent this infection where the cholera is found. If here the symptoms are there, if it is initial stages, we can prevent by drinking hot boiled water and foods thoroughly which has been cooked, and the individual should peel their own fruits, and also they have to be take care of, should they not take the outside foods, they should not be rely on the outside foods, and frequently washing the hands, and also they have to take the prescription from the doctor especially. These are the 16 questions we discussed today. So let's meet in tomorrow's session, children. Before winding up the class, I am saying, children, so there are another more left of questions are there, said I will explain the tomorrow session. So before I am winding up the class, I am once again reminding you, children, we are offering the foundation summer camp course from for every 15 days of the and this summer camp course is very useful to you, as in the 15 days we are covering the 10 days of core concepts regarding the exams of based on the exams of NEET and JEE. What are the most important topics which are the basics for the NEET and JEE examination? We are going to discussing about those topics in a very clear way. And the next after 2 days, after 10 days, the 2 days will be the activity based learning. We are focusing on more activity based learning, thereby you can easily understand the concept, and also you can, for CBSE and SSC students, for the more CBSE students, you can solve the case based questions which are appear to your examinations, and SSC students, you can understand the topic which is widely used for the upcoming classes, and one day will be we are keeping the quizzes. So thereby you can check the how efficient you are become from the past. So and after the 13 days, we are keeping the cumulative assessments of the subjects of physics, chemistry, biology and mathematics. We are going to deal with those 4 subjects, very basics to the higher level. And coming to the last day, we are providing the very important session, that is career guidance program by the one-on-one interaction. If you want to achieve a dream, you want to know the path of it, right, children? So to achieve that, how to choose the path and what exams you are led to do the to crack those examinations. So what type of basics you need to understand in a very clear way, in depth way, that will be provided, and it helps to your future. Right children, these are the 15 days we planned in the summer camp course of NEET World. So the batches are already going on if you want to join. So down scrolling number is there, no children. If you can join through, or if you want to join through online, just contact with that number. If you want to come online, you can come to our institute name called NEET World, present in Narayani, Hyderabad. So near metro station. So those who want to attend through online children, so they can happily attend, they can contact with the below number, and then we will give you the access in our app name called MedWorld. So there you can access our classes. The first 1 week classes are absolutely free children. There is no 1 rupee payment also will not there. So if you like to join in those sessions, it is very helpful to you. So this is about the NEET World Summer Camp course, where the classes, the eligible students are 6 to 10 students. The upcoming of 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th, they are NEET World, summer camp is very useful to them. So this is about the foundation course children. We are using the digital panel for your better understanding. So I hope you all clear about it. So let's join these classes and get all your basics in a very clear way. So this is about the today's session. So let's meet in the tomorrow session. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section, and please subscribe and comment in the comment section. So if you have any doubt, just comment in the comment section. So this is about the today's class. Let's meet in the tomorrow session. Thank you.